Hi, this is Tim, and this is Julie Valentine. We are co-founders of ZENtegration.com. Today we are having another Skype or another online chat with Dr. Ram Sharma. So,
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste. Very nice to see you again. Thank you very much for spending your afternoon with us.
Yeah.
So we had an interesting conversation on our last podcast about Ayurvedic healing and treatment, and we both felt compelled to reconnect and discuss that topic today. And before we get too deep into this, maybe a little introduction to your background for the people who don't know you, and then we can go into the stories about.
Yeah, at presently I'm associate professor of English in JV College, Badod, that is NCR area nearby New Delhi. And my grandfather had been a great Ayurvedic doctor, and he was a great wandering sadhu. I told you in my earlier interview. So, I learned so many things from my grandfather, and he used to treat us, and he used to give us the Ayurvedic medicines. And I remember from my childhood, I used to sit by him, and he used to make so many Ayurvedic medicines with herbs. So that's how I grew, and I can tell you my own experience. The experience of my mother I had. See, the doctor told me that she has blockage in 3 arteries. One artery was blocked 99%, second was 95%, and third was 90%.
Wow.
I became ready for the angiography and for the stint. You know stint?
Yes.
Stint in the heart, yes.
Yeah.
Stint in the heart. But I don't know whether after angiography the doctor advised me to go for open heart bypass surgery because that needs more money. So I think the doctor became greedy. And I put such certain questions to him that my mother's condition is weak. Can she bear or she can be okay after open heart surgery? Doctor could not advise me. I also consulted with some other homeopathic doctors and other doctors, and I found that it's not going to be easy for my mother. The doctor can say that, sorry, I couldn't save your mother. So I took my mother to my home, and then I started Ayurvedic things with the homeopathic medicines. And I tell you one great thing about garlic. It's very good for normalizing the blood pressures, and it also helps us to clear the blockage. And the second thing is Arjun, the tree of Arjun in India. Mm-hmm. It's a bark juice also helps us to clear the blockage.
Yes.
And there are certain things we can have, just like onion. Onion is also good. In the morning when we get up, we can take garlic. Can have garlic, empty stomach.
I see, empty stomach.
And then 3 times a day we can have Arjuna Rist, that is called juice of Arjun tree.
So I've actually seen Arjun in powder form, like a
you can mix it with the water and it will become Arjuna Rist. Yes.
I see. Okay. And then is that easy to find is it pre-prepared liquid, or do you have to do your own preparation for that?
I don't know whether it is available with the Chopra Center, or I don't know. I have not seen at the. I went to Myanmar market here at Santiago, and I found some of the Ayurvedic drugs there, but I couldn't find the liquid form.
I see.
So I'm not sure about whether you will be able to find it or not, but I think it may be available.
My friend Amazon can find me anything.
No,
I hope so.
Be careful of the quality.
Yeah, be careful of the quality. So Arjun in a liquid form, along with the garlic, or later in the day?
Yeah. Along with the garlic, and one more recipe I tell you. For the empty stomach, you have to take every day. We need ginger juice, garlic juice, and apple cider vinegar.
Yes. I'm finding apple cider vinegar has some amazing qualities.
With lemon. Oh, you have to mix it together with some heat.
Okay.
You have to mix it together. You have to use some heat to put it in a bottle.
Okay.
So you can take empty stomach 2 spoons a day.
Mm-hmm.
2 spoons a day every day. Empty stomach. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I force on these things, and I avoided my mother not to take the oily things, and I also advise her to do some breathing pranayama in the morning.
I see.
Some breathing posture, some pranayama in the morning, good for the heart.
Okay.
She followed me, and slowly we are able to control the things.
Okay, so I'm really interested in the breathing. What can you give us an example of the pranayama breathing?
Like deep breathing and meditation.
So you hold.
You can breathe in and breathe out.
You hold for 3?
Yeah, you can hold the breath and you can inhale in and inhale out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, excellent.
So then do you use any visualization with that? Do you see that it going through the heart, for instance?
One important thing I told my mother, do not be worried about anything, and you have just to have faith that I have to be healthy.
Yes.
No. Good. Okay.
So, attitude, mental attitude.
When I took my mother from the hospital, from a renowned hospital, she was not able to walk because of angiography, and she was very much tense, very, very, very much tense. Slowly I started giving her love and talking to her, because in hospital you can know there is no one to share the feelings or everything.
Right.
And I call it a love therapy. It's a love therapy, and now she is okay. She is able to walk. She is able to climb, and
if you don't mind my asking once again for the audience, what was her age when this started and this situation began for him? How old was she?
She was 70 years old.
70.
She was 70.
Okay. Wow. And now we talked also briefly about that's a blood pressure, heart condition, and all that. I actually have symptoms of high blood pressure, so I am very interested.
You have to take the garlic.
Yes.
Garlic pills or the real garlic, or you can have. I think if you just include these things in your eating habits, just like you can make the chutney of garlic.
I see. I actually
garlic and mint. You can mix mint too with garlic in garlic chutney.
Okay, yeah. I actually do cook Pakistani and Indian food at home on a fairly frequent basis. So usually, whatever garlic goes in that food is the garlic I'm getting. I don't go out of my way to have extra garlic. So my question to you is more that: are we doing a high dosage of garlic, which is what's necessary?
Yeah, that's no problem. Garlic is very good. You can have chutney because that would be in the natural form.
Right. Okay.
Chutney will be in the natural form.
She loves the chutney I make, so she could drink it by the cuploads.
Yeah, mint is also good.
Yeah.
So not dhania, just mint.
Yeah, dhania is also good. Dhania is also good for your kidneys.
Okay. That's a cilantro.
Okay, then.
Yes.
Coriander is good for your kidneys. To purify your kidneys.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's really good. I like it so much. My body loves it.
You can make a smoothie, just like you can use carrots, mint, ginger, coriander.
Yes.
You can have a type of a smoothie in the morning.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be good. That's a good idea.
And easy. And green.
And green, you feel fresh and alive, Interesting. So you mentioned also, we were talking offline on chat about maybe also cancer cells and how
turmeric is very good for the cancer, for treating the cancer.
Okay.
Turmeric.
And what stages of cancer does it matter? Where you catch and where you are in the process of healing this process? Healing is a different level?
Thing is that we do not believe we have start having faith on the Ayurveda. People just think that allopathy is the solution. So they just opt for the allopathy and they will never try for the Ayurveda. The thing is that their lifestyle has not been such. So they never opt for the Ayurveda.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have faith on Ayurveda, every solution is there.
But it's really related to our lifestyle, because it's not, people running around like we discussed last time, busy.
They're running around and they don't know why they are running around, and there are so much of burden of work. There is a tension, and then we have negative energy inside, and jealousy, ego, and all those things. They just create the cancer, because if you have something inside not purified.
Yeah, so that brings up a really good point. I don't think people understand. That's something I talk about a lot.
They just want. I'm seeing here, they just drive through some McDonald's or Carl's Jr. or they have some drink or fast food, or they just grab in and they.
There you go.
Yeah, there's no thought put into the nutrition or feeding the body, but it's more than that. It's the slowing down and taking and really just doing what
they can have that, but I think they should have something. Kind of a chutney in the morning, a smoothie in the morning, a chutney in the evening.
So diet is really piece. Mm-hmm. So I think where you were going, if I can just come back to that, is what you also said, Dr. Sharma. It's about a combination of these things. It's definitely organic eating better, but it's also what you said, which is your love treatment with the heart and being a different mindset. So you can take the body from the brain and the heart.
Exactly. Many people cannot believe it because they cannot change their lifestyles.
Right.
It needs your hard work, your dedication. You have to go to the farmer's market. You have to get those things fresh. Then you have to make the chutney yourself. And you have no time for that. You have time for watching the TV or discussing the gossip, but you have no time for your health.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So how do we change this discipline, lifestyle? How?
It's our life, and I think first motto should be: no doctors can save us. We can save ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make our own efforts. We cannot just go to the doctors and say, "Doctors, please save me." I have to make also the efforts.
Yes.
I have to change my lifestyle. I have to take the pills, whether it be Ayurvedic or allopathic.
Yes.
And then I pray to God. It's not just the doctor. I will go to the doctor and doctor will save me. That is not the possibility.
Right. Yeah, I was watching on the internet. The Chinese culture has an interesting. They have hospitals now that are about treatment. It's really not non-surgery treatment. It's really treating the people through beliefs. So when the patient will come in, they will actually measure the organ where it is, and then the doctors will come and actually do hands-on healing with their thing. But it's really about the belief. So they believe that the organ or what is inflamed or whatever the problem is reducing, and you can visually see it on the camera, changing size, and tumors that are malignant tumors just disappear with no sign of ever being.
I want to tell you one more thing. At Meerut, there was one of my friend's wife was suffering from blood cancer, last stage, and she was admitted in the hospital, and she was taking the allopathic medicines, and doctor just said that we're not able to save her. Then somehow the husband came to know that there is a doctor at Dharamsala, and that place is of Tibetan monastery.
Wow.
He took the driver from my place and he went to that place. There was a translator who translated the reports from English to the Tibetan language. He got the Ayurvedic treatment from that doctor, and he took the driver again back to the hospital. He started the treatment, and his wife is okay now. So there are certain centers. The thing is that we have lost the mastery of Ayurvedic treatments. People have less and less knowledge of Ayurvedic herbs or Ayurvedic pills or Ayurvedic treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Because allopathic medicines and treatment and doctors are available. We know more about allopathy and less about Ayurveda or homeopathy.
Yeah,
so that's the problem.
Yeah, the allopathic doctors are very good at marketing.
Yes, they want your money. They will be happy when you go to the hospital, when they are not happy when you are discharging yourself. They want you everywhere. They want you all the time there.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So you mentioned the Ayurvedic pill. So help educate me and maybe the audience a little bit about.
I think our first focus should be to include more and more Ayurvedic herbs in our eating habits.
Okay.
We can have chutney, we can have smoothie.
Okay.
And we have to change our lifestyle too. We are eating too much fast food. And now I was reading an article that these bread or a kind of a burger or things, they are creating the cancer. Those things.
Yes, and the pre-processed foods in there, right?
And the second thing here, I'm finding the vegetable and fruits, they are kept in refrigerated things. So they don't have the life. They are already dead in the refrigerators.
Mm-hmm.
So how much they are helping you?
Mm-hmm.
So the loss of a neighborhood farmer market and the big store is...
Yeah, fresh things. We need fresh things.
Yes.
You can grow on your orchard or you can go to the farmer's market.
Yes. So if I was growing a garden, what are the top?
The thing is that the problem is that people do not want to invest time on themselves.
Yes.
They think that they have no time for that, but it is a handsome investment which is going to save their life as well as their money.
Yeah. So I actually have a garden. So as a gardener, I'm curious.
You can grow garlic, you can grow tomatoes or...
Yes.
Parsnip and the cilantro.
Lettuce, you can grow lettuce and...
Yes.
Spinach.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
You can make a good salad of all these things.
Yes, of course.
You can grow a lot of cilantro for those smoothies, smoothies in the morning.
My cilantro plants are from the ground 3 feet high now because they've grown too big, so I have to cut them back.
The second thing we were discussing on the first interview, that salad or smoothie will be much better with your love.
Yes. The blessings in the food.
Yeah. With the blessings.
We discussed Dr. Emoto's teachings about the blessing of the water, but it applies to the food also,
right.
Saying prayers over the blessings of the food. So people who don't have the opportunity to grow in their backyard and they have
they have opportunity to go to the farmer's market.
They do. Oh, can they bless the food in the refrigerator?
I don't know. And important thing we discussed in our first interview about the bottled water. What's the option?
Yes.
Have they changed their bottles?
Yes. Different bottles. We talked a little bit about crystal energy, energizing the water as well. We do that in our water. Mm-hmm. So it's very good.
Also, the thing is that we have not to create the fear. What the doctors do, they create the fear among you that your test is such and such, is not going in a right direction. You can die or something like that. So why not I also include myself in that. Why don't we change our lifestyle? We should invest some time for us.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely. The whole it's interesting. I would like for the audience to understand the difference because a lot of times we talk about fear. Fear is initiated a lot from the brain, right? But the love comes from the heart. So the brain is always looking for things that are measurable, that we've experienced, that cause pain, and it gives us fear to not do the same thing again, and it puts us in this polarity of fear and unknown. The heart is actually one that has explored the possibilities and the new things. So it's when we think about eliminating fear, it doesn't mean don't think of fear, because the process of not thinking of fear is validating the fear. So
if we invest some time upon us, upon lifestyle, upon our eating habits, we have not to work more for paying to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
We can save that money if we invest on ourselves. And I gave you one example here. Baba Nataraja is living at Venice Beach. He's growing his own vegetable and fruits in his own orchard. He's 85 and he's healthy. He's healthy. He's having no problem. No heart problem, no cancer, no blood pressure.
Nice.
No blood pressure.
Yep.
Yeah.
The usual symptoms in America, at least. I don't know how the rest of the country, which are the high things, high blood pressure, stress, all these things are, like you said, correlated. Certainly I know that mentally, but also, it's very difficult.
We can walk to the beach to get the fresh air.
Exactly. Yeah, we will be in California next week. Unfortunately, right after you left, but we will walk the beach with that in mind.
You like the fresh air.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the beach.
And the beach.
A lot.
It's time for the people to wake up, to invest some time for themselves, for their health.
Yeah, and it's letting go of what they think they need and start really tapping into what it is that they really want.
Yeah, they have to be full faith on themselves, not to reach to that condition where they have to go to doctors. They should try to normalize the things by their own eating habits or by their own living habits.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Yeah.
Why there should be a panic? Why there should be much and much expenditure on their health? So that this is a web. More health spoil, more work, more money you need, more pressure, more diseases.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot cure yourself.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's we all have the pressures of having to make money.
Even one day in a week you can have a fast. You can only take some fruit juice or some fruits.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There's I've tried to maintain a vegetarian meal one day a week, or maybe if not vegetarian, at least a fish. So that's been something I've tried to do for a good part of my life. It's not always possible when you have family and different people like different things, but it's always.
I was reading one article about cancer, and the two things which are most responsible for cancer are meats and fast food.
Meats and fast food, huh? Yeah, I've also heard sugars.
Yeah, sugar is very high on that as well. And the fast food has built-in sugar and everything, right?
Yeah, so the soda pops.
Soda pops, and even in the bread, there's sugar in the bread.
Yeah.
You think about it.
Burgers and all those breads, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
tons of carbs.
Well, that's good advice. Good advice. What else would you like to share about your Ayurvedic background and belief? And
the belief is it just was a way of life. We have not to made any extra effort. We have all those spices with our foods, vegetables, salads, chutneys, and we have so many kinds of drinks. Drinks made of mint, drinks made of lime,
right.
Drinks made of coriander.
Yes. Actually, I would like to, I should have thought about this earlier, but I'd like to share something given our conversation. I picked up a book at the Chopra Center about 2 months ago, and I'd like to just quickly bring that from the desk. Give me 1 second. It's about the body types. You have it? Okay, she'll bring it. It's in the kitchen on the thing. And it's important because it's easy to just talk about, just do Ayurvedic. The truth is there's some secrets in there, and it's not obvious, right? It has to do with your body type. And body type there's some questions you can do. As a matter of fact, for those people who are watching the video, your body type is actually something that you're born with in terms of your basic foundational elements of your structure based on your heritage, your genetics, and all that. And I'll read some of that. And unless you want to, you can talk about this off the top of your head. But it's important to understand that there's your body type shifts as you grow and as your environment changes you. And so just talking about eating Ayurvedic or fresh foods and all that, not all fresh fruits and things are aligned with your body type. So if you are Pitta, that's the one. Thank you. So for the benefit of the people, I'll just hold this up to the camera. This is a book that was put out, and I picked it up at the Chopra Center. And this is really the how to eat Ayurvedic style. And this one's actually Ayurvedic vegan. There's other styles as well. Finding harmony through that. And so it talks, let me just see if I can find, for the sake of being technically accurate, the types of body types there are. Okay. Let's see this introduction. So we go. So you've got the Veda, the Pitta or Pitta, and the Kapha.
Yeah, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Yes.
Yes. And
balance of three things is necessary for Ayurveda. Yes.
And the elements, if I can just quote a little bit for the sake of reference, those of people who are not familiar with this foundational knowledge, it's the elements of Vata, for example, is air and the ether. So it's air. So it's related to the sun and the earth and the water. So Pitta is fire and water, and Kapha is water and earth. Those are the primary elements related to that. And then they talk about characteristics. I would suggest if you want to Google this, you can also find these online. There's a lot of information. But specifically, the Chopra Center has online on their website a questionnaire where you can ask some questions, answer some questions, and it'll tell you where your characteristics are based on how your body type, based on the questions. But then from that, if you get a recipe book, you should look for recipes that are aligned to that body type. So yes. eating the same thing for all body types, obviously.
This is obvious knowledge. You cannot take wine after taking milk.
It's not so obvious. So, but why would you say it's obvious knowledge? Not everybody knows this. I used to grow up where if you have fish and milk together, you end up having problems with your skin, right?
Yes.
So, but that's not obvious anymore. But those are old school. You and I come from a different.
Because people are forgetting the knowledge. These are where people know in rural areas in India.
Yes.
What thing is what? Yes.
So how do we get this obvious knowledge? Not so put back.
You have to go there. You have to visit India. I'm giving you the invitation to come here.
That would be very lovely. We would, believe it or not, given the fact
you come to India, live there for 15 days or 1 month, regain health, and then go back. You can have a trip with other people, with your friends.
That would be nice. I've often wanted to go back to my homeland in the area because obviously I grew up in Pakistan, and I've never been to India. Unfortunately, because the political situation when I grew up was not conducive to that, and it would be lovely to come and see the culture because it's very much of the earth and the land and Anyway, so Ayurvedic Kitchen, find yourself a book. I think it'd be really.
Go for Ayurveda.
Sorry?
Yeah.
And I have another book, which is also one that if those people who.
For vegetarian.
So that's for vegetarian. And I have another book reference. This one is Taste of India.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes,
I know the spices.
Yes, you know this one. And this is actually from. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce her name correctly. This is also I picked up from the Chopra Center.
Mm-hmm. This is the one that we picked this up from when we went to the chanting.
Okay. So this is BBG Indrajat Kur Kashala, PhD. So I don't know if anybody would know, but this is once again she's actually a. Oh yes. It was from Santanampur. You know
Satanampur. Okay.
Satanampur. So she actually promoted her book, and we were in California, and we were like this. So I've actually cooked out of this, and it's a lot of fun. If you don't know how to cook Indian food, you may not realize it, but the benefits of Ayurvedic cooking is embedded in here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good healthy cooking.
So on that note, I really appreciate your time again.
Thank you very much. I would like to share many more things anytime. You are welcome, and we can help the people to wake them up, to change their eating habits and living habits so that they can live more peacefully and happily and more healthy.
Absolutely. And, health in the spirit of ZENtegration concept, it's heart, body, mind, spirit, right?
Yes. And health is the real wealth.
The real wealth.
Yes.
So, well, thank you very much, Dr. Ram Sharma.
Thank you. My pleasure. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. You have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.